Hello, everyone. My name is Ofori Benedict, and I'm a research assistant at the West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens here at the University of Ghana. And today, I'll be presenting on the evaluation of anti-inflammatory activities of extracts obtained from Capparis erythrocarpos in vivo. This study was conducted at the Center for Plant Medicine Research and the West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, all in Ghana, together with my colleagues, Kwabena Mufasapon, PhD, and Stephen Entry. Herbal medicine is the oldest kind of healthcare and has been practiced for decades in both developing and industrialized countries. Around the world, it is known that the poor have limited access to palliative care or pain relief. Inflammatory diseases represent one of the world's greatest burdens of suffering and economic costs and are mostly linked to a lot of deadly diseases. Over the years, pharmacologists have been focused on developing safe and effective anti-inflammatory drugs. The issues related to the use of herbal medicines are due to the fact that in different nations or countries, numerous traditional herbal treatments are classified as meals or dietary supplements. For this study, we screened the ethanolic extract of Capparis and erythrocarpos for phytochemicals, and we used the PSBCA protein assay kits to determine the protein concentration of egg whites that we use in inducing inflammation. In order to induce inflammation, we subplantar injected the egg white to the right-hand paws of our sprig dolly rats. We then treated our animals with different formulations of the plant extracts, and we used standard drugs in a time interval to check the anti-inflammatory activity. Plethysmometer was used to measure the anti-inflammatory activity of our various extracts and our standard drugs. The results are shown as below. For our table 1, we show the various phytochemicals that we screened for. If you see a plus, it means that the phytochemical was present. And if you see a minus, it means the phytochemical wasn't present. The RLS and the RL, the SRL, you mean the R stands for roots, the L stands for leaf, and the S stands for stem. So our results are shown in the figures below. For our figure 1, is our BSA standard curve used in extrapolating the protein concentration of egg albumin. Before we use the egg for the study, we had to calculate or estimate the protein concentration of the egg to see if it was good to be used for the study. And we use the PSBCA protein assay kit in doing this. For our figure 3, we can see the effects of the stem, roots, and leaf on the pore volumes of our egg albumin-induced right-hand paw of the sprig dolly rats. This is also shown in the other figures with various extracts. Our figure 5 shows the overall effects of our various extracts on the change in pore volumes over the course of the experiments. The observations we made were that our phytochemical screening revealed the presence of reducing sugars and saponins, and the estimated protein concentration was found to be 103.75 milligrams per ml. In order to estimate the anti-inflammatory activities of our extracts, we use indomethacin and celecoxib as our standard drugs. And over the course of the experiments, the anti-inflammatory activities of these standard drugs were found to be 21.4% and 4.28% respectively. Treatment with 2 dose levels of 200 milligrams per kilogram plant extracts of our RLS, RL, and SRL had anti-inflammatory activities of 22.3%, 8.2%, and 12.07% respectively. For our future study, we would use the full blood count and ELISA to determine the serum concentrations of protein markers obtained during the egg albumin-induced anti-inflammatory assay. We also wish to study the mechanism with which egg albumin induces inflammation in animal models so that we can use that as an alternative to carrageenan for inflammation studies in less developed countries, since carrageenan is a standard protein that is used for inflammation studies all over the world. These are my references, and this study was funded by the Center for Plant Medicine Research. Thank you all for listening.